Hey, hello. Here we go again. Yes, it's the next day. Well, maybe sorry about the bug. That what do you call it? Cicada. Yes, cicada is very noisy. In the summertime. So if you can hear that noise, sorry about that. Well, anyway, yes, here we go again, because it's the next day. Last night, I came home very late, and then. But still, after I get home, I worked on my YouTube video, and then I posted my video. I think that was at 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning, right? And then today is the day that I, once a week I'm going to the auction, and then I'm helping, them to do do the bidding, right? Running the bidding. So every Tuesday I have to go to the auction house. So I have to get up very early because it's located in far away place. So yesterday I was so tired, and then after I watched my video myself, I thought that it looks like that I'm drunk or something, because I am barely speaking. But today, because I was up late, up until late last night, and I have to wake up very early this morning. So I am even more tired, or I would say I'm very exhausted. But because this is something I decided to do, right? This challenge. So here I am again. I'm trying to shoot a video again, right? So well, anyway, yes, once a week, I am helping this auction. So of course I got paid for what I'm doing, helping them out, running the bidding, right? So well, actually this is this auction is one of the reasons why I decided to learn English again, because when I on the ex job, when I was younger, working for this company, and then this company was well, I would say that was a toxic company. In the Japanese way, it's a black company, right? But in English, it's a toxic company. And then one time, maybe 3 years, I've been working for this company like a little bit more than a decade. And then during this time, maybe 3 years or so, I was sleeping only 1 hour and a half every day. And then I was, sleeping, whole day, like a weekend, But yes, only 1 hour and a half every day, that's as much as I can get, to sleep, because, it was so busy, and there's so many, the thing that I have to do was so overwhelming. And then, because over that, and also that I was living, kind of like far away places, so it's also that commuting is another thing that it's going to take time, right? And also every day I went to the office, I have to do the overwork, right? And after get home, I was still working, because I just couldn't finish everything, because so many things I have to do alone. So usually I have to after I got home, I did work that or a task, things that I have to do for the job. So during that time, I was very mentally short. I mean, I was almost like coming into that nervous breakdown because of so much overwork. So I mentioned before on a previous video that I've been doing my own business for like well, it's 7 years now, right? And then so during the 16 years I haven't spoken English. The reason I had not spoke English or listened to English is because of that company, because the company that I used to work for, and I was so exhausted and mentally short. And then at that time, right after that I quit that job, I kind of like as I said, I'm mentally short, and then I was even regretting that I learned English, because if I don't learn English, I didn't get a job in the first place, right? So I didn't feel that way. I didn't feel that so exhausted, from physically, mentally. I, if I haven't had not learned English, I never experienced that kind of hardship, right? So that is part of one of another other reason that I decided to quit that company, quit that job, and then start doing my own, because that's that's a reason. So yes, because of that, and I never try to listen to English or improve English after I quit that company. And then after that, 16 years almost, I have not speak English or use English every day. Or expose myself to English. So that's the reason why I forgot English once completely, 1.5, until that's 1.5 year ago, last February. And then actually the reason that I decided to learn English again, relearn English again, that because of the auction, right? So I'm going to the auction, once a week, and also that and I used to bring stuff, and then sell it on the auction, right? And then right now I hand over my own business to my friend, and he's taking care of everything. So I'm not doing that part, but still, I go to the auction and still helping them to run the auction, right? So at that auction house, there's some people from well, actually there's some people from the States, or and also that some another guy came from like Italy or Australia, multiple people coming to the auction, multiple people from overseas coming to the auction every week, right? So at the very beginning, I didn't speak to them so often, and then even if I try to speak to them, talk to them, I was only speaking in Japanese only. And then so but as the year passed, and I was looking at the what is going on in the auctions and stuff, and I noticed that not everybody, but well, especially that older generation people has it is not a big deal, easily not a big thing, but some people have kind of have like a tiny bit of sense of like discrimination, because they are from foreign countries, and then they say sometimes they say bad things about those people. So because most of the people, most of the members at the auction is Japanese people. So it's considering that number of the Japanese member, that only small portion of the member is that people from that member from the foreign countries, right? So I thought that maybe if I just start speaking, because most of that maybe 4 or 5 people, their mother language is English. So I thought maybe if I become fluent in English again, maybe I could be be a friend with friend, and then maybe I could I thought that maybe if I talk to them more often and in English, maybe they will be more feel easier coming to the auction, right? Because they have someone to talk to at least. So that's the reason why I decided to relearn English again. And then that was when actually last February I finally decided to learn English again. Yes, of course that because after quitting that job at that company, that toxic company I mentioned earlier, it's been 16 years past, right? So I kind of like my my mental healed already. So I have more room to think about other things, right? Think about other people. So yes, that's the auction is something that actually made me to decide to relearn English again. So yes, yes, that's the story behind my English relearning journey. Yeah. Okay, yeah, thank you very much for watching my YouTube video again, and then I'm gonna try to post another video tomorrow, right? Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye.